Todd Ehrlich at Digital Enamel, and I have my very good friend, Daniel Vasquez from San Diego. Thanks so much for coming by. One thing that I've really followed you and what I really like, what I've seen of your work, is that you have a great ability to make things look natural. And what I mean by that, it's not over the top, because we've seen veneers and things like that. You made a bunch of veneers, okay, great. But the blending aspect, you're really good at that.
Todd, for so many years I've been saying the crowns that I do, they look beautiful. They're beautiful. But then I realized they're not beautiful, they're just natural.
Yeah.
So then I start thinking, changing the way I think. What is perfection? I see many works out there that's so perfect that I know they're veneers.
Yeah, it can almost be too perfect.
Correct. So
yeah.
So then I start seeking perfection. I want to look more into how the patient's going to look more natural with these small makeovers that we do in our practice.
Yeah. So you do smile makeovers,
Yes,
and digital all the way around. Tell me about a typical day or a typical process that you do in your office when it comes to a makeover.
Well, many patients already come asking because they want to do something with their smile.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, the best patients we build on our practice. We show that the services that we offer, then patients ask, Dr. Vasquez, you do smile, change people's smiles. And I go, yes. Will you be interested on it? So most of the patients will like, because I offer a service to our patients. It is a digital smile design process. And we present after a wax up, a mock up, we present that to the patient. And once
the patient gets to see
their smile before even before we touch any tooth.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
And once the patients see what can we do and they like it, then is when we go and we start the process of building that beautiful smile.
And you find digitally doing that is, the workflows of that is pretty easy. Now, do you use any special programs that, or websites that allow you to do this?
Yes. For my digital small designs, I use most of it. Small Designer Pro is a web design program.
Okay.
It's a Canadian program.
Canadian
very cool.
program.
Very good.
They've got great looking teeth up there in Canada.
I know. Good friends are Canadians. Friends, very, very good. It's a great program. I really like it. There's other programs that you can use in Keynote and PowerPoint that is digital small design programs.
Right.
Those are the tools that I use in my practice, so I can start planning how we're going to make those teeth look beautiful and natural.
Right.
Once we do that, we transfer that into a wax up and a mock up, and we present that to the patient. That's what we call the emotional mock up, because it will make people see their smile in a different way.
Yeah, what you were demonstrating to me is when you get to see it in the mouth rather than just a wax up out here in space, they can understand it. They can see how it looks in their face. And
Todd, if you're gonna buy a Ferrari, they're gonna let you drive it before you buy it.
Yeah, right, exactly. So you
and
might
I
as well
think
do that.
I do believe that smile should be the same thing. The patient should test drive it before we do anything on the mouth.
Now, so your pathway of digital restorative dentistry has taken you farther into cone beam systems with specifically Galileos. What do you think is the big impact in your practice doing 3D X-rays?
2010, when Galileos came to my practice, that year my practice had a 27% growth.
Wow, really?
Because I measure, I'm every single year I'm measuring, my practice, how we're doing, because we're running a business. So I believe that Galileos is a phenomenal tool for every single practice. I think every practice should have Galileos. What do you think?
I couldn't live without it. My personal views is that CT scan, I've found cysts and tumors and things that periapical X-ray will never find, or unbelievably difficult. And then the communication aspect when it comes to the patient, when you're scrolling their skull around, you don't have to tell them where the teeth are. You don't have to tell them what a sinus is. I mean, they can see all of that, and it's almost self-diagnosing. It's so easy when you see it in 3D.
The thing that we do in our practice, the person who takes the best of everything that we do is our patients.
They benefit the most, I would agree.
They benefit at all because again, the passion that I have for digital dentistry, I always share my best two restorations were two premolars.
Premolars.
It was two premolars, and I'm so proud of my two premolars. And then when I did the single crown in the front, that I was able to match
Yeah.
it and mimic Mother Nature. I was, wow, if I can do this, I can do 10 of them.
Yeah.
And then I get into the 10, but I have to learn how to manage a protocol, 10 restorations. But once you do that, you can do that in your practice in one day.
Yeah, the control aspect is absolutely one of the best things, and I at least advise anybody watching this online. You'll see all the full mouth reconstruction things and everything, and those are great. I mean, and doing it digitally by far is the best way to go. But on a day-to-day basis, when you're just doing single tooth restorations or a bridge here and there, don't forget that, because it is absolutely fun, just like matching a single central you were saying.
Honestly, we can do small designs all the time, but I do believe that single crown is a king on CEREC. And I can do single crowns every single day, and that's where it's keep my practice always up and running.
Yeah, up and running is the main thing, but it's also how we feel about our general practice and how we're delivering aesthetics and excellence to our patients. Daniel Vasquez from San Diego, one of my good friends. Thanks for coming by, and we could run out this little video. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the invitation, and hopefully everybody who's watching this video, if you're not in the digital world, hey, I invite you, come over. You will never regret doing that move. And again, there's always great support. My friend Todd Ehrlich, one of the best trainers that I've seen. You can come to Austin, and if any day I'm around town, please, I invite you to come and see me. He loves my beers. Cheers, man.
Don't want to be drinking Daniel's beer.
No, you don't want my beer.
No, you don't want to know what's on the glass. You don't want that in a petri dish.
You're going to speak in Spanish. Hola.
I don't know. No entiendo.
No entiendo. No, don't drink my beer.